You know, for years, we were told eggs were little powerhouses, perfect little packages of protein and vitamins, a quick scrambled egg, a boiled egg on toast. It seemed like the ideal start to the day, especially as we get a little older and think more about nutrition. But what if something we thought was so good for us, something we eat every single day without a second thought, could actually be working against us? What if that daily omelet or those 2 boiled eggs could be quietly causing issues we just put down to getting older? It's a painful reality that sometimes the most common things in our routine can be the ones we need to look at most closely. There's a truth about daily egg consumption after 60 that often goes unspoken, a kind of secret tucked away in the conventional wisdom. In this video, we're going to uncover that truth and talk about why having eggs every single morning might not be the best path for you, and what simple changes could make a world of difference. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. So, let's really dig into this, shall we, when we talk about eggs? Especially having them day in and day out as part of our regular breakfast routine after we've crossed that 60 threshold. One of the first things that often comes to mind, or perhaps whispers in the back of our minds, is cholesterol. Now, I know, the science around dietary cholesterol has shifted over the years. For a long time, eggs were demonized because the yolk contains a fair bit of cholesterol, and high blood cholesterol is linked to heart disease. Then, the pendulum swung, and we were told that for most people, eating cholesterol doesn't significantly raise blood cholesterol levels. But here's where it gets a bit more nuanced, especially for us over 60. Our bodies are different now. Our metabolism isn't quite the same as it was in our 20s or 30s. As we age, our ability to regulate cholesterol levels can become less efficient. And while dietary cholesterol might not be the only culprit, or even the main one for everyone, the saturated fat and cholesterol combined in daily egg consumption can, for a significant number of older adults, contribute to elevated levels of LDL. That's the bad cholesterol in the blood. Think of it like this. Your body's filtering system for fats and cholesterol might not be working with the same vigor it once did. Piling on a significant source of both every single morning can add an extra burden that, over time, could build up. It's not about saying eggs are poison. They are still packed with good stuff like protein, vitamins D and B12 and choline. But the daily dose, that constant stream of cholesterol and saturated fat, might be pushing your system a little too hard. Imagine your arteries are like pipes in an old house. Over the years, things can start to build up inside, narrowing the flow. That buildup is often linked to inflammation and deposits from circulating fats and cholesterol. While many things contribute to this, genetics, overall diet, lack of exercise, smoking, consistently adding a significant amount of dietary cholesterol and saturated fat through daily eggs could, for some, just speed up that process a little. And after 60, the risk of cardiovascular issues is naturally higher. So, even a small increased risk from diet becomes more significant. It's like driving a car with a slightly worn engine. You want to be more careful about the fuel you put in and how hard you push it. Your heart and blood vessels are working hard for you, and being mindful of what you eat daily is one of the kindest things you can do for them. It's not about fear-mongering. It's about being smart and supportive of our bodies as they age. For some people, especially those with existing heart conditions, diabetes, or genetic predispositions to high cholesterol, that daily egg could be a more significant factor than they realize. It's not a death sentence, of course not, but it's a piece of the puzzle in managing our health. It's about understanding that healthy isn't a one-size-fits-all label that lasts forever. It changes with us. So, while an egg a few times a week might be perfectly fine for most, making it a non-negotiable daily habit might be worth rethinking. It's about balance and frequency. Are there other sources of protein and nutrients you could be getting some days that don't come with the same cholesterol load? Absolutely. We'll get to those. But first, let's think about another way daily eggs can potentially cause issues as we get older. which might be a bit less talked about than cholesterol. Beyond just the potential impact on cholesterol and heart health, there's another area where daily egg consumption can sometimes cause discomfort or issues, particularly as we age. Digestion. Our digestive systems change over time. They can become a little slower, a little more sensitive to certain foods. Eggs, while generally well tolerated, contain sulfur. For some people, especially when consumed daily, this sulfur can contribute to increased gas production, bloating, and sometimes even a bit of an upset stomach. It's not a severe reaction for most, but who needs daily discomfort? That feeling of being a bit gassy or bloated after breakfast can really put a damper on your day. If you've noticed that you often feel this way after your morning eggs, it might not be a coincidence. It could be that your digestive system, in its older wisdom, is just saying, maybe not quite so much of this every single day. Please. Furthermore, while egg allergies are often thought of as something that affects children, it is possible to develop sensitivities or even allergies to foods later in life. If you're eating eggs daily, you're constantly exposing your system to the proteins in them. For a small percentage of older adults, this consistent, high exposure might, over time, trigger a sensitivity that manifests as digestive upset, skin issues, or other subtle reactions that are hard to pinpoint. It's not common, but it's something to consider if you have unexplained symptoms, and eggs are a daily staple. Think about it like this: if you wore the same pair of slightly ill-fitting shoes every day, eventually you'd develop blisters or sore spots. Your body can sometimes react similarly to foods it's constantly processing if there's a subtle incompatibility. Another angle to consider is what you might be missing out on by making eggs your default daily breakfast. Eggs are nutritious, yes, but focusing solely on them might mean you're not getting the variety of nutrients found in other breakfast options. If your daily habit is 2 scrambled eggs, you're getting protein and some vitamins. But are you getting the fiber you need? Fiber is crucial for digestive health, keeping things moving smoothly, and most older adults don't get enough of it. Are you getting the diversity of antioxidants found in fruits and vegetables that other breakfast options might include? Are you getting the heart-healthy fats from things like nuts or seeds? Making eggs your absolute daily routine can sometimes mean your nutritional landscape becomes a bit narrow. It's not just about what you are eating, but also about what you aren't. By varying your breakfast, having eggs a few times a week, but on other days opting for oatmeal, yogurt with fruit, or whole grain toast with avocado, you automatically broaden the spectrum of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and other beneficial compounds your body receives. This nutritional diversity is incredibly important as we age, for supporting everything from our gut microbiome to our immune system and overall vitality. So, the potential issue isn't just what's in the egg that could be problematic daily, but also that eating it daily might prevent you from regularly consuming other incredibly beneficial foods. It's about the bigger picture of your diet and ensuring you're not putting all your eggs, so to speak, in one breakfast basket. Considering these points, the potential for digestive upset due to sulfur, the possibility of developing sensitivities from constant exposure, and the risk of limiting your nutritional diversity, really highlights why rethinking that daily egg habit might be a good idea for many of us over 60. It's about being proactive and giving our bodies the best possible support through a varied and balanced diet. So, we've talked about how daily eggs might impact cholesterol levels in ways that are more significant after 60 due to changes in metabolism, and how the constant influx of cholesterol and saturated fat could add an extra burden on our cardiovascular system. We've also explored how the sulfur content in eggs can contribute to digestive discomfort, like gas and bloating for some people, and how eating them every day could potentially lead to sensitivities over time. And we've touched upon the crucial point that making eggs your automatic daily breakfast might mean you're missing out on the wide array of nutrients, fiber, and beneficial compounds found in other breakfast foods, which is vital for overall health as we age. Now, does all this mean you should never eat an egg again after 60? Absolutely not. Eggs are still nutritious, They're a great source of protein, which is incredibly important for maintaining muscle mass as we get older. The key takeaway here, the truth we've been talking about, isn't that eggs are suddenly bad, but that daily consumption might not be the optimal choice for many, especially when considering the potential risks and the benefits of dietary variety. Moderation is really the name of the game here, instead of a daily habit. Maybe think about having eggs 2 or 3 times a week. This way, you still get to enjoy them and benefit from their nutrients without the potential downsides of constant high exposure. And what about the days you don't have eggs? This is where you can really boost your nutrient intake and give your body a wider range of good things. Think about starting your day with a bowl of oatmeal. Oatmeal is a fantastic source of soluble fiber, which is brilliant for helping to manage cholesterol levels, supports good digestion, and keeps you feeling full. You can add berries for antioxidants, nuts and seeds for healthy fats and more protein. Maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor and its own health benefits. Or how about some Greek yogurt? It's packed with protein and probiotics, which are wonderful for gut health. You can top it with fruit, a drizzle of honey, and some granola. Even a simple piece of whole grain toast topped with avocado for healthy fats, or with some smoked salmon for omega-3s, can be a fantastic and varied breakfast option. The goal is to create a rotation, a collection of go-to breakfasts that are all healthy in different ways. This approach not only helps mitigate the potential risks of daily eggs, but also ensures you're getting a broader spectrum of the vitamins, minerals, and fiber that are so important for thriving after 60. Making these small shifts in your morning routine might seem simple. But remember, small changes practiced consistently can lead to significant improvements in your health and how you feel day to day. It's about being intentional with our food choices and understanding that our body's needs evolve. If you have specific health concerns, like high cholesterol or digestive issues, it's always a great idea to talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can give you personalized advice based on your unique health profile. But for most of us, simply being mindful of not making eggs a rigid daily requirement and consciously adding variety to our breakfast rotation is a powerful step towards better health. We've uncovered that perhaps surprising truth about daily egg consumption after 60. It's not necessarily the villain, but the frequency can be the issue, potentially impacting heart health and digestion, and limiting dietary diversity. Remember, small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. What do you usually have for breakfast? Have you ever thought about switching things up? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and so would others in our community. And if you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a like. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and truths about living your best life at every age. Thank you for watching, and keep living your best life.